Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse, and I am back for another iOS accessible game spotlight video. I know this one has been requested a couple of times, I think in the comments and possibly on social media as well. But I'm finally getting around to taking a look at Magic Research. And this game is actually available on iOS, not sure about Android. But there's also a PC version that you can get on Steam, and I have played with that a little bit as well. It is screen reader accessible, but I think this game lends itself a little bit more to mobile because it's one of those games like you build up some resources, you put it down for a while, you check in, you upgrade some stuff, you come back to it. You can do that on the PC as well, but I kind of like the touch interface for Magic Research compared to the PC version. But I mean, both are good. Now there is a sequel which I have not actually tried yet. There's Magic Research 2. From what I've heard, it's a little bit different than the first game, so I may check that out in the future as well. But I got my phone up here.
Magic Research.
Let's go ahead and open it up.
Magic Research.
I've played this for a while. And we're probably going to get a bunch of notifications because it's been about a day since I've checked into it. So I'm hoping we have plenty of resources to where we can build or buy or upgrade things for a little bit. So basically you are running this magical school. Think you're kind of building up your own Hogwarts. You start out, you can cast a very basic spell or two. You choose your alignment. Do you want to be conjuring? Do you want to be enchanting or illusion? There's another choice that you have to make at the beginning. I forget what it is. But you make these couple of choices, and then boom, you're into the game. And I would call this one of those kind of clicker games where you're basically in the beginning, you click, or you tap the button a bunch of times, you generate some resources, and eventually you are unlocking other things to build, or you're unlocking other things to automize some of that production. So, oh, I need to collect mana. Oh, I need to collect rock or ore or water. And so I can manually do that at any time, but eventually I can build resources to mine or, grind some of that stuff out for me. And then I'm using those resources to buy upgrades and buildings and tools and all kinds of other such things. So let's see what we have on this main screen, and then we'll get to the main interface here.
You find storyline Cauldron of Potion Making. Heading.
Okay.
You find yourself near your furnace. You can feel the heat emanating from it. It evokes memories of a distant past, ellipsis, of when you were learning about magic. You recall a scene where you gathered around a big cauldron, ellipsis. It struck you, then, a cauldron. Why didn't you think about this before? You head out and look for your researcher. You find her, and start talking to her about the art of making magical beverages.
Okay.
Continue, button. Continue. Storyline Cauldron of Potion Making. Heading. Previous message. Next message. Magical, ellipsis, beverages. Do you mean potions? She says. We definitely can't make those with our crafting station, ellipsis. She didn't seem to catch on, so you explain that you want to build a cauldron and start investigating the production of powerful potions. Oh, of course, she says. She goes back to studying without paying mind to you. It seems like you will need to show her what you mean. Build a cauldron, 6,500 stone, 500 iron, 2,000 temperature, dimmed, button.
So, those are some of our resources. It's dimmed out right now because apparently we do not have enough.
Maybe later, button.
So we'll do maybe later.
Screenshot, enchantment level up, heading.
Yay.
Congratulations. Your enchantment level is now 4.
Okay.
Close, button.
Good.
Bandits, heading. Oh no, it looks like bandits have looted one of your vaults. You notice a significant amount of coins missing. Frustrated, you hope to catch them next time, ellipsis. You lose 2752 coins.
Ouch.
Close, button. Conjuration level up, heading. Congratulations. Your conjuration level is now 9.
Okay.
New craft close, button.
Oh,
congratulations. What? Your conjuration level is now 9. New craft able items, sickle, conjuration LV9.
Okay.
Close, button.
So we're going to get a bunch of these, I'm sure.
It's raining, heading. The weather has made a turn for the worse, and it isn't long before raindrops start falling in campus.
Good, we get more water.
Button. Offline progress. Welcome back to Magic Research. You obtained 29.1k timepieces. Close, button. Menu, button.
All right, so those are some activities that happened in the background whilst I was away. And so now we are at our main interface. In the upper left-hand corner,
Menu button.
we've got our menu button, and this is where we pull up different areas of the game. So right now we are in the
Campus heading.
campus, and this is where we do most of our work, our core work. The current screen that we're on has got a bunch of buttons that we use to either generate or build items. I'll get to that in a moment. In the lower right-hand corner, you hit the button for spells, and then it brings up a little overlay menu where then I can cast different spells for those 3 areas of magic: my conjuration, my enchanting, and my illusion. And all of those have different purposes. And then a lot of the things that are also in that upper left-hand menu are also in tabs across the bottom.
Campus
So
tab.
we have campus,
Research tab.
research,
Apprentices tab.
apprentices,
Inventory tab. Retirement tab.
inventory, and retirement. I have not done this yet, but basically when you get far enough, another mechanic that a lot of these clicker games have is that you play for so long, and then you basically, what they would call in a lot of other games, you would prestige, or you would reset everything. But when you do that, you're not totally starting from square one. Essentially you are, but you're usually given options to choose some sort of permanent perks. So the further you get and the more times you get far enough and then you reset yourself, or in this case you retire, you'll be given different we'll get different perks that we can, I don't know, start with more resources or have more advantage in a certain area to get resources quicker, or I don't even know. But I've played other clicker games that have done similar things, so I'm I'm pretty familiar with the kind of things that that's going to do.
Stats tab.
Stats, just
Help
self-explanatory.
tab.
Help
Options tab.
and options. So by default, this is in a light theme, which I really did not like. I'm very, very grateful that they have a dark theme. It is dark and it is good.
About tab.
And about. So those are your tabs across the bottom. Let's look at our campus here. So I'll explain sort of how the interface for campus works. I like that they break things down into different categories. So we have campus.
Heading. Events button.
Now events, you'll want to pop open here every once in a while. Like you hear that cauldron quest that we had when we opened the game. We didn't have resources to build that cauldron yet, and that would be an event. There's been, like, when I first started the game, that researcher that they were talking about, I needed enough resources to hire her. So when I had that quest, once I got the resources, I would open events, I would open the list, I would go into that quest line, and then that box would pop up again. I could say hire her. When I have enough cauldron resources, I can go in there and I can click the build a cauldron, and then that quest will be complete. So you don't go in there too often, but you will need to go in there for key story quests and such.
Gather expanded. Press to collapse. Heading.
So gather.
Gather expanded. Press to collapse. Heading.
Now what's cool about this is these are headings. So if you use your rotor, or even I set up a custom gesture in iOS where I take 2 fingers and I flick right and left, I can jump by heading. So I have gather.
Mana expanded. Press to collapse. Heading. Production expanded. Press to collapse. Storage expanded. Housing expanded. Pressed. Use timepieces expanded. Pressed. Housing. Storage. Production. Mana expanded. Press to collapse. Heading. Gather expanded. Press to collapse. Heading.
So gather. So instead of flicking from heading to heading, let's go ahead and flick to the right and see what we get here.
Gather mana button.
So gather mana. That is one gather thing that I have.
Expand. Gather wood. Dimmed. Expand. Gather iron button. Expand.
So you heard the gather wood is dimmed because that my coffers are full essentially. My lumber yard is bursting with lumber, so I need to use some of it or add more lumber yard so I can harvest more or chop down more trees. And to the right of everything, you have
gather mana button, expand.
expand.
Screenshot.
So this is where, oh, we got a new event here. Hang on, what do we got here? Hold on.
Screenshot. The researcher and the apprentice approach you. Storyline. The headmaster staff. Heading. The researcher and the apprentice approach you. We've been thinking, starts saying the researcher. You are the renowned headmaster of this institution, but you certainly don't look the part. You are missing the staff. She exclaims. The apprentice nods in agreement. We can craft now. We should try our best to build an emblematic item for you. You deserve this. She continues. Ellipsis, actually, interrupts the apprentice. We cannot craft this on our own. It seems ironic, but you should definitely craft yourself a staff. It is painful for me to say, but a headmaster without a staff, ellipsis, is, ellipsis, somewhat uninspiring.
Do I need a wizard's hat too?
Craft a headmaster staff, 1500 mana, 3500 wood, requires conjuration LV8, button.
Oh.
Craft a headmaster staff, 15, maybe later.
Okay. I did, so I had enough resources.
Storyline, the headmaster staff. Previous message, next message. You put together the staff and infuse it with a lot of mana. The apprentice and researcher watch you in awe. You produce a headmaster staff. Ellipsis, or is it? It still looks just like a normal magic staff. Your researcher cheers you on. You should enchant it. She says, I'm sure it will be great once you do. Enchant the headmaster staff, 1700 mana, requires enchantment LV9, dimmed, button.
Okay, so I'm nowhere near level 9, so it won't take me long to get the mana, I don't think, but I need to do a lot more enchanting to raise that up.
Maybe later, button.
So we'll do maybe later. So now we got another
button.
Quest. But back to our campus interface here. If I go to gather mana, after each item,
expand.
There's an expand. And this is where it'll tell you what the thing does. And it'll tell you the resources that you need to do said thing. So if I double tap on this.
Collapse. Gather wood, button. Focus your thoughts and gather mana. Tip, you can press and hold buttons to auto press them. Plus, +1 mana.
Okay, so you can tap and hold. I actually didn't know that.
Collapse.
So let's collapse
expand.
that. We don't need that tip anymore.
Gather wood, button.
So gather wood.
Expand. Expand. Gather iron, button. Collect branches from the nearby forest. Plus, +1 wood.
So +1 every time I click. So you're not getting very much. It's in your best interest to start automating this stuff because you'll be able to grab more than 1 wood per second. Like you'll be able to grab multiple if you build enough resources to gather more.
Collapse.
So let's collapse
expand.
that.
Gather iron, button.
So gather iron. If I double tap this.
Gather iron. Gather iron. Gather iron.
Every time I do that, I gather iron.
Gather iron.
Actually, let me unmute this because I haven't played with them
Gather
unmuted.
iron, button. Gather iron.
Okay, so I heard a little. So those are our gather, but here's where it gets interesting.
Expand.
So
mana expanded. Press mana spout 20 button.
Mana spout. What does that do? Let's find out.
Expand. Collapse. Mana spout 20 collapse. Automatically generate mana and refill your supply. Plus 0.50 mana:/sec.
So instead of me tapping to grab mana every time to generate mana, if I build these mana spouts, I can generate it automatically. There's your idle game things. So what do I need to create said mana spout?
Cost. Stone, 4050/1901. Water, 1510/381. Mana geyser, 9, dimmed, button.
And so that's what I need. I need
water, stone, 4050/1901.
So I've already got enough stone.
Water, 1510/381.
I've already got enough of that. I don't want to do spouts. Well, I mean, what I want is I want to
automatically generate mana. Collapse.
Let's collapse that.
Automatic mana geyser 9 dimmed button. Expand. Mana shard 22 dimmed.
No, mana shard is what I really want to build, but I don't have enough. It says dimmed.
Expand.
What do I need to build one of those?
Expand. Production expanded. Press to collapse. Heading coins 5 cost. Increase the amount of mana you can store. Plus 100 max.
So that's basically my mana warehouse. I can store more mana if I build these shards.
Cost. Coins 5626/32.2k.
Ooh.
Cost coins 5626/32.2k.
Okay, I need a buttload more gold or coins.
Production expanded. Press to coins 5626/32.2k.
Okay, so that's all we need for that.
Production coin cost. Increase the amount of mana. Collapse.
Let's collapse that. And so, like I said, if I don't need that information or whatever, I can just collapse it and hide it out of the way. It's less things to flick through. But if I need that at any time, each one of these items, as we let's go to another heading here.
Production expanded. Press to
production.
Heading lumberyard 11 button.
So I have 11 lumber yards.
Expand. Furnace 2/2 dimmed button.
So I don't have enough for what do I need to build another furnace?
Expand. Collapse. An oven with a very hot flame. Useful for crafting. plus 2 colon temperature colon slash sec 3 colon wood colon slash sec plus 500 max colon temperature colon. Cost. Coins 5,627 slash 2,536.
Okay, I need more coin. Or actually, I have coins.
Stone 4,050 slash 5,071.
Okay, I need more stone. So, how do I get more stone? Well, that is where, so I'm not going to go through every item. I'm not going to go through every crafting and every heading because that's basically the interface. That's basically what you get. So you can jump by heading to get to your mana, your I forget even.
Storage expanded.
Storage,
housing expanded.
housing,
to collapse. Use timepieces expanded.
and then
to collapse.
that. So I'm going to go to my lower right here.
Cast spell button.
Cast spell.
Cast spell.
Because I have enough mana built, so now we have, or mana collected, now I have all of this, this overlay here.
Cast spell, heading.
Cast spell.
By school, expanded, press to collapse, heading.
So by school.
Conjuration, combo box.
This is a combo box, and you're going to have to use this a lot. Right now, I'm in conjuration. And that's what I want, because I want to, what do I need? I need more rock. Actually, I need more... What did I say I needed for that? Let me check real quick. Hang on.
An oven with a very hot flame. Cost. Coins. 5,627 slash 2,536.
Got enough of that.
Stone. 4,050
yeah, stone.
slash 5,000.
Okay.
Cast spell. Button.
Cast spell.
Cast spell.
So once you get the layout of things where they are, again, Explore by Touch is a wonderful thing, rather than flicking through everything. So I need to generate some rock or some stone. And let's take a look at our conjuration here.
Combo. Expand all. Button. Conjure building 300 mana. Button. Expand. Conjure building 300 mana. Button.
Nah, we don't want to do that. So again, expand. That will tell me what this is going to generate.
Create iron bar 320 mana. Expand. Create water.
Oh, we get another event.
Screen. Enchantment level up. Heading.
Oh, goody.
Congratulations. Your enchantment level is now 5.
Okay, well, remember I need level 9 to do that staff enchantment, so we got a few levels to go.
Menu. Button. Create iron bar 320 mana. Create water the third 1060 mana. Dim. Create boulder 440 mana. Button.
Create boulder. That's what we want, but let's
expand.
Verify that.
Collapse. Create iron R40 mana. But earth. Element. Add to favorites. Create a giant rock and boost your stone reserves. Plus 1200 zone colon.
So that tells me, yes, I need to create...
create a giant rock and boost your stone reserves.
Create a giant rock.
Plus 10 zone colon. Collapse.
So we're going to collapse that.
Collapse. Create boulder 440 mana.
We're going to create a boulder.
Create boulder 440 mana. Dimmed. Expand.
And now we're dimmed, because that takes a lot of mana. So I have to wait for that to reach... Oh, there we got some more. Let's create another boulder.
Dimmed.
And if I keep going,
create iron ore 40 mana button.
There's an iron ore.
Create water the second 180 expand. Create rock 80 mana button.
So you see the water the third, water the second. Basically, those are just once you get far enough in, you're only able to craft water or iron or a rock or a pebble. But then you level up, and it's like, oh, instead of a pebble, you get a rock. Instead of a rock, you get a boulder. So you're going to be able to generate bigger elements of each thing to generate more. So we have another...
Create boulder 440 mana button.
Let's create another boulder.
Mana, dimmed.
And while our mana is recharging in the background, let's go back up to our...
Cast spell, heading, by school, expect conjuration.
Conjuration, let's open that up.
Enchantment. Conjuration, enchantment.
Let's go ahead and go to enchantment for now, and...
Menu, expand, enchantment, combo box, expand all, button, enchant furnaces 90 mana, button. Expand. Enchant furnaces 90
we'll
mana.
do that.
Enchant furnaces 90 mana, expand. Enchant lumber yards 80 mana, button. Enchant lumber yards 80, expand. Enchant mana spout 60 mana, button. Enchant mana spout 60 mana.
Let's enchant everything, so we're doing some enchant, so if I...
Expand.
What does that do?
Collapse. Resources, heading, add to favorites. Magically alter your mana spouts to produce more mana for a limited time. 2x mana produced by mana spouts for 30 seconds.
So these are only 30-second buffs, so for the next 30 seconds, I'm generating more of every one of these resources because I've done that. I've
Collapse.
Hit those buttons. So we can... I'm not going to boost them right now because we're going to go back up to...
Press to expand.
Oops, wrong button.
By school, enchantment, combo box.
Enchantment.
Conjuration, illusion.
Let's go to illusion.
Menu, button.
And this is where you different type of performance shows to wow other people, and that generates cash because they come to see you perform your shows. So you start out with
Magic show 30 minutes. mana.
a
Button.
magic show at the bottom, but the top item now that I
Ice Pool.
have,
Expand. Illusion. Expand all. Button. Flame show 290 mana.
I can do a flame show. I can be a pyro. So let's do that.
Flame show 290 mana.
How much does that generate? Let's
Expand.
see.
Bubble show 150 mana. Fire. Element. Add to favorites. Create an impressive entertainment show based on fire. Plus 2000 tilde 2800 coins colon.
All right, so plus 20
Collapse.
or 2,000 coins.
Collapse.
That's all right. So
Flame show. Illusion. Combo. Flame show 290 mana. Button. Expand. Flame show 290 mana. Flame show 290 mana. Dimmed.
okay, so I gained some cash there.
Expand. Bubble show 150 mana. Button.
Bubble show.
Bubble
I
show
can do one of
150 mana.
those.
Expand. Wind show 70 mana. Button. Expand. Bubble show 150 mana. Bubble show
regenerated
150
again.
mana. Dimmed.
So I can generate me some
Expand. Bubble
cash
show 100.
here.
Expand. Wind show 70 mana. Wind show
We'll
70
do a
mana.
wind one.
Expand. Wind show
We'll
70
do a
mana.
couple more
Wind
of
show 70
those.
mana. Wind show 70 mana. Dimmed. Wind show 70 mana. Dimmed. Expand. Magic show 30 mana. Magic
Your
show 30
basic
mana.
magic show.
Magic show 30 mana.
Let's
Illusion. Combo box.
pop back up here and go to
Conjuration.
conjuring again. And so we don't have a lot we can do. Well,
Create
here
iron
we
bar
go.
40
We just
conjure
got
building
more.
300 mana. Create iron bar 320. Conjure building 300 mana.
Conjure
Conjure building
building.
300 mana. Conjure building 300
Actually,
mana.
what does
Conjure
that?
building
I haven't.
300
What does that
expand.
actually do? That
Collapse.
was a new one I got.
Use magic to apply your current materials towards building a random building. Builds a random building among the ones that can be built.
Oh, interesting. So, okay, I wonder if that applies to like my apprentice dorms or my researcher cabins. Okay, that's interesting. So I can conjure them instead of using the resources. I can literally conjure a random one out of thin air. So that's kind of cool. All right, so we
Conjure
made a
300
building.
mana. Collapse. Conjure building 300 mana. Conjure
Sure,
building
let's
300
build
mana.
another
Dimmed.
one, shall we? Why not? All right, so let's go ahead and hide
Use magic
this.
to collapse.
Collapse.
Create boulder 440 mana. Dimmed. Button.
Yeah, okay, we don't have. Oh,
Expand. Create boulder 440 mana. Button.
let's do that
Create boulder
again.
440 mana.
So
Dimmed.
I can, the nice thing is when I'm in my casting menu here, because it's an overlay, I can just do my little scrub gesture and that will hide my spell menu. Now I'm back on my campus, and if I move around here,
Warehouse 10. Water tank 6. An oven with a very hot flame. Collapse. Furnace 2/2. Dimmed. Button.
what do I need?
Collapse. An oven with a cost. Coins 9,561/2,536.
We've got enough gold.
Stone 4,050/5,071.
Oi!
Coins. Stone 4,050/5,071.
Oh, you know what? I think I actually have. I think I literally don't have enough warehouse to store the amount of stone I need because I was stuck at this level yesterday. So to do
Iron,
that,
800 amount active 2/2 hyphen plus storage warehouse 10 expand water tank 6 expand vault 6 expand water expand water tank 6 stone coins not cost increases the maximum resources you can store plus 400 max stone plus 400 max wood plus 200 max iron
all right, so that's what we
Collapse.
want.
expand
So we can't even get more stone until
warehouse
we...
10 button warehouse 11 warehouse 12 dimmed
Okay, we got 12 warehouses now. And what is our
Warehouse 12,
max?
expand water tank 6 stone coins 3,217 cost
Quit it.
increases the maximum resources you can store plus 400 max stone plus 400 max wood plus 200 max iron
Oh, it doesn't... Well,
collapse expand
so I need...
an oven with a very hot flame cost coins 3,218/2,536 cost coins 3,218/2,536
So I still have enough gold.
stone 4 iron stone 4,393/5,007 coin stone 4,393/5,071
All right, so let's go ahead and go back to our
Cast spell.
spell menu.
cast spell
And let's go to enchant
Conjuration.
real
Combo
quick.
box. Enchantment is about 60 mana enchantment is about 60 mana enchant lumber yards 80 mana enchant lumber yards enchant
Let's
furnaces 90
enchant
mana.
everything,
Furnaces
so
90
we're
mana.
generating a
Enchantment.
bunch of
Combo box.
resources.
Conjuration
We'll go back to conjure.
create water the third one create boulder 440 mana button create boulder 440 mana dimmed
All right, created another boulder here. Oh,
create boulder 440 mana create boulder 440
so I'm kind of
mana, dimmed.
eyeballing it too because I can see when the buttons light up instead of having to flick back and forth to hear if it's dimmed or not.
Expand create boulder 440 mana dimmed button
So that would be kind of a cool thing if your focus was on there, if it changed status, that if it would either tell you that.
Expand.
That would
Create
be
boulder 440 mana.
without
Create
having
boulder
to flick
440
away
mana.
and flick
Dimmed.
back. So let's
Expand.
see.
Create boulder 440 mana. Dimmed. Button.
Create boulder, and I forget how much mana one
Expand.
boulder
Create boulder
generates.
440.
Let's go
Create boulder
ahead
400.
and
Conjuration. Combo box. Enchantment.
enchant
Enchant mana spout 60 mana. Enchant
mana
mana spout 6. Enchant lumber
spouts.
yards 80 mana. Enchant lumber.
Let's
Enchant
get
furnaces
our
90 mana.
enchantment
Enchant
up
furnaces
some
90.
more.
Enchantment. Combo box. Illusion. Conjuration.
Conjuring.
Menu. Button. Create boulder 440 mana. Dimmed. Expand. Create boulder 440 mana. Dimmed. Button.
I want to see if we can get another furnace going.
Expand. Create boulder 440 mana. Expand. Create boulder 440 mana. Dimmed. Button. Expand. Create boulder 440 mana. Button.
Okay.
Create boulder 440 mana. Dimmed.
So again, you're waiting for those resources to replenish. So that's where you play it for a little bit, you mine, or you gather what you can, you build what you can, you go away for a while, you come back, and hopefully, as you start building these things that generate things for you, you'll be able to do more and more when you come back. So let's get out of here, our crafting, and can we? No, we don't.
Cost. Coins. 3,218/2 stone. 4,850/5,071.
Okay, so we're at 5.8.
Coin stone. 4,850/5 coin stone. 4,850/5,071.
I don't know what my max coinage is. I'm hoping it's still enough. So let's go ahead and
cast spell button.
Cast again. Let's go ahead and enchant.
Enchantment. Enchant mana spout 60 mana. Enchant mana spout 60 mana.
Give me more mana.
Enchant lumber yards 80 mana.
Give me more wood too.
Enchant furnaces 90 mana. Enchant furnaces 90
mana. Give me
mana.
more heat.
Enchant mana spout 60 mana.
And more mana.
Enchant mana spout 60 mana. Enchantment. Combo box. Conjuration.
And I wish that this is the one menu that doesn't appear dark when you're choosing your school, your spell school here. I would like to see that as a dark menu as well.
Conjuration.
Because it's kind of this, it's not a big part of the screen, but it's still, kind of a shocker to have that big old bright spot in there. All right, so
create boulder 440 mana. Expand.
Why did
create boulder 440 mana? Dim button.
Okay, so something must be pulling mana that is generating, and so
expand. Create boulder 440. Create boulder 440 mana. Dimmed.
And there's one other area that I want to show you before wrapping up. I mean, that's basically what this game is. Actually, there's a couple of other areas, but I want to see if I can get through this. See if we can build our.
Expand. Create boulder 440 mana. Conjuration. Combo box.
Come on, man.
Enchantment. Enchant mana is about 60 mana.
Give me more mana.
Enchant lumber yards 80 mana. Enchant lumber. Enchant furnaces 90 mana. Enchant furnace. Enchantment. Combo box. Enchantment. Conjuration.
I don't think there is,
menu.
But I
create boulder 440 mana. Button. Create boulder 440
I
mana.
wish there was almost a way where I could use like a 3-finger gesture, like a 3-finger swipe left and right when I'm in my crafting.
Create boulder 440 mana.
Where I could switch between the schools. So instead of having a combo box, if I could just flick with 3 fingers to the left and right and almost like switching tabs on your spell screen, and then I wouldn't have to open that pop-up every time, and I could just go, oh, I'm on my conjuring. Okay, I take 3 fingers and I swipe to the left. Okay, now I'm on my enchanting. Now I'm on my illusion. That would be another cool way that you could do that. But I think this is, because we have the PC version and stuff too, basically this is kind of a, you notice that we're having headings and buttons and stuff, which is great. It's basically like an HTML, it's almost like a web app kind of a thing, is the way that all these controls are designed, seemingly. So,
create boulder 440
all right, I can create a boulder. Let's get out of here. Do I have enough? I still don't have enough.
With a variable cost. Coins. Stone. 4,850/5,071.
Crap. I need even another warehouse.
Iron. Amount 2/2.
Oh, wait.
Iron. 855/170.
Okay, I got plenty of iron.
Stone. 4,850/5,071.
Yeah, see, I can't go past this, so apparently I even need more. Okay.
Warehouse 12. Dim. Expand.
How many?
Expand.
What do I need?
Water tank. Expand. Water. Stone. Coins. 3,217/4,660.
Need coin.
Stone. 4,850/699. Coins. Stone. 4,850/699.
All right, so
Coins.
I need
3,217/4 cast
coins.
spell button. Cast spell.
So what do we do?
Conjuration. Combo box.
Conjure.
Illusion.
Illusion.
Flame show 290 mana.
Do a flame
290 mana.
show.
Dimmed. Expand. Bubble show 150 mana. Bubble show 150.
Bubble show.
Wind show 70. Bubble show 150
Another
mana.
bubble show. Give me more money.
Dimmed. Expand. Flame show 290 mana. Flame show 290 mana. Dimmed.
I would hope that would be enough.
Amount active. Warehouse 12.
Aha.
Button. Warehouse 12. But warehouse 13. Dimmed.
Okay.
Coins 3,945/6,058. Stone 5,250/909. Coins. Stone 5,250/909.
So we got plenty of stone.
Cast spell.
I need more mana.
Cast spell. Button. Cast spell.
Or I need more coins, actually.
Flame show 290 mana.
Let's do another
flame
show.
Dimmed. Bubble show 150
Bubble
mana.
show.
Bubble show 150 mana. Dim. Wind show 70 mana. Wind show
Give
70
me more
Magic
mana.
show 30 mana.
Give me
Magic
more.
show. Wind show 70 mana. But wind show 70 mana. Dimmed.
Or give me more coinage.
Wind show 70 mana.
Okay, do I got enough
Storage
again?
expanded.
Nope.
Press to collect. Warehouse 13. Button. Increases the
Oh,
max.
yes, I
Warehouse
do.
13. Button. Warehouse 14. Dimmed.
All right, now do I have enough where I can actually harvest more stone? So let's go conjure.
Cast spell. Button. Cast spell. Illusion. Combo box. Conjuration. Conjuration. Menu.
Oh wait,
button.
no, let's do this
Conjuration.
first.
Combo
Let's
Enchantment.
enchant.
Enchant mana spouse 60 mana.
Give
Enchant
me
mana spouse
mana.
16. Enchant lumber yards 80 mana. Enchant lumber yards. Enchant furnaces 90 mana. Enchant
Give me
furnaces
more
90.
everything.
Enchantment. Combo box. Enchantment. Conjuration.
Conjure.
Create boulder 440 mana. Button.
Create a boulder.
440 mana. Dimmed.
Hopefully it won't take too long to generate another boulder. Here we go.
Create boulder 440 mana. Create boulder 440 mana. Dimmed.
And we'll see if we can get one more, and hopefully that'll tip us over to build another furnace. So you see
Create
how
boulder 440 button. Create boulder 440 mana.
you
Dimmed.
see how it's just like, oh, you need to build one thing to build another thing to build another thing. It's just you got to look at your resources, what's needed, and then you just balance between conjuring and enchanting and doing your magic shows to earn money. So now
An oven. Iron 870/1 stone 5,650/5,071. Coins stone 5,650/5,071.
okay,
Coins 1266/2,536.
okay, now we need more money,
Stone iron 870/107. Cast spell button.
and I can build my furnace. Oh, what do we got?
Storyline. The time ritual
event.
heading. As you look at the time pieces you have accumulated, your researcher and apprentice surprise you, holding a large scroll. Those tea time pieces, ellipsis, they are the same, aren't they? The apprentice is looking at the scroll, pointing at a drawing of something on it. Continue button.
Okay.
Continue. Storyline. The time previous next message. Headmaster, we have found instructions for a strange ritual, says your researcher, looking at you intently. With enough mana and skill, it should be possible to bend time to our will. The prospect is tempting. You lean over and look at the scroll, and you see there is not just one set of instructions, but several. You glance at your apprentice. You are going to need help with the ritual. Continue button. Continue. Screenshot. Storyline. The time ritual. Previous next and then decide to ellipsis. Do the ritual to hoard more time, 2,500 mana. Do the ritual to hoard more time, 2,500 mana. Do the ritual to make time pass faster, 3,500. Do the ritual to increase time piece income, 6,000 mana. Enchantment LV25, dimmed. Do the ritual to convert into more research, 9,000 mana. Illusion LV29, dimmed. Button.
All of these are
Do the
dimmed.
ritual to convert into more. Do the ritual to convert into more research. Do the ritual to convert into more research. Do the ritual to convert into more research, 9,000 mana. Illusion LV29. Screenshot. Do the ritual to convert into and then screenshot storyline the time previous message button next message dimmed button and then you decide next previous storyline close button.
So I don't have enough
Menu,
resources to do any of that spell right now. But yeah, let's do. We're almost there.
Cast spell button. Cast spell.
So we need
Conjuration.
to
Combos. Enchantment. Illusion.
illusion.
Flame show 290 mana.
Flame
show
show.
290 mana. Dimmed. Bubble show 150 mana. Bubble show 150
Bubble
mana.
show.
Dimmed. Flame show 290 mana. Flame show
That should
290
give us
mana.
enough, I
Dimmed.
think.
Furnace 2/2 button.
Yay! Now I can
Furnace
do
3/3,
3 of 3. And so there you go. So now all those little steps we made, now I have built another furnace that's generating resources for me. So that is your campus. Let's go to our upper left menu
Menu button.
here.
Menu. Research button. Apprentice research. Campus research button.
Research. Now you can assign
School.
researchers to do different things here. So,
Conjuration collapsed. Press 1. Hyphen button plus dimmed button. Conjuration
but
collapsed.
I think I need
Expand
more
heading.
research cabins to hire more researchers
Enchantment
at the
collapsed.
moment.
Press to it 1. Enchantment collapsed 1. Hyphen plus dimmed. Enchantment.
So what does
collapsed.
that do?
Enchantment illusion collapsed 0. Your 3006. Your next unlock is at level 8. Enchanted cloak. Enchantment LV8. Thief's garb. Thief's
Oh,
garb. Conjuration LV9. Enchantment LV8.
so I don't have
Wizard
the
robe.
level to do
Wizard's
it,
robe.
that's
Conjuration
why.
LV6. Enchantment 3600 to next level. Enchantment expanded. Enchantment
Let's
collapsed.
close that.
Illusion collapse. Assign / unassign all at once. Checkbox. Not
So
checked.
you basically you're managing your researchers to build more resources there.
Hire researcher button.
I can hire a researcher.
Expand.
What does it
Collapse.
cost for
Use
that?
timepieces. Research. Hire a new researcher to gain magical experience faster. +1 cost. Hire a new researcher to gain magical experience faster. +1 researcher. Cost. Coins 3,638/1000.
Okay, let's hire
Hire
one.
researcher button. Hire researcher.
And let's do
Enchantment collapsed 1. Hyphen button plus button add.
let's do
plus,
more.
dim,
That
add.
way I'll get more enchanting stuff better. That's my weakest area right now. So I've put one into, I've
button,
hired a
minus.
researcher.
Hire researcher button.
Let's hire one
researcher,
more.
dimmed. Enchant plus button add plus dimmed add.
There we go. And now they're cranking away. So that's research.
Menu button. Menu. Apprentices button.
Apprentice. This is where you can, right now on the campus screen, we have all those resources to collect mana and wood and iron and such. You can hire your apprentices to cast spells automatically. So maybe I want to, if I have enough apprentice dorms, maybe I would want to hire them to do magic shows that will generate cash when I'm away, so that not only will I have mana, but I will have cash resources in my bank so that I can use that for resources. But I can do
Conjure building 0 hyphen plus create iron 0 create iron bar 0 hyphen plus create water the third 60/cast 1 hyphen button minus.
So it tells me that as I'm flicking through these, I've hired a few people to generate a lot of my resources right now. I should build another dorm because I would love to generate buildings, and that way I might actually get some dorms in the background or some research cabins and such too. So let's see, the other one I haven't done.
0.
Yeah, so I've got water the third, but I took the water. Actually, well, here's what I'm going to do.
Create rock. Create pebble. 61 hyphen plus button. Create water 0 create water 0.
Oh, okay, I don't have any of those. I was going to take one away from the lower one and put them on the higher. So,
hyphen plus but enchantment heading enchant furnaces 0.
Oh, that's what I should be doing this. I should definitely enchant
mana spouts.
My mana spout. So if somebody's constantly doing that, I don't know if you do that tedious task over. Yeah, I need to hire more research or more apprentices so I can keep my resource buffs active is what I need to do.
0 hyphen plus illusion heading flame show requires illusion LV5.
So I don't have a high enough illusion yet, so I can't hire him to do that.
0.
But
apprentices available.
That's what I have.
Page 202.
So
pause apprentices button.
I can pause apprentices, but there you go. I mean, you got your different resources.
Menu button.
You're generating more things automatically.
Inventory button. Apprentices button.
Inventory.
Button.
I
Inventory.
just started playing with this, so I'm not very far into this yet. But like, you can. Let's just flick through here.
Inventory events craft items but inventory heading craft items button inventory heading sort inventory button unequip dimmed button hand empty heading unequip dimmed body empty heading unequip hand unequip
actually
hand, unequip dimmed hand unequip hand empty heading unequip dimmed button body empty heading.
I have that staff. I wonder.
Unequip body empty unequip accessory empty heading set 1 dimmed button set 2 button set 3 but set 4 button.
So you can have. I figured I could maybe have my staff or something, but I guess if I were to craft weapons, I could equip that in a hand. Like I've crafted a couple of clubs so
Quick set.
far.
Item list. Position 1. Club. Button.
Um,
Club. Button. Club. Button. Club. Button.
oh, okay.
Club. Button. Equip set. 1.
So, as I get more enchanting or as I get more, I forget what the resource is, but basically I will be able to create more outfit items, more tool items, and that will give me more powers. And there's actually a quest which I should look at some point here soon. If I have enough cash, or no, I need to build a chest for somebody, the salesman or whatever, he'll come and buy things that I build. So if I build a bunch of tools or weapons or armor or whatever, he'll come by and generate some more cash for me. So again, it's a clicker game. All these different systems feed into each other. You need this resource to buy that resource, to build that resource, to upgrade this resource, and it's just kind of this endless. It's kind of a grind. There's not really what I would call a lot of deep gameplay here, but that's just this style of game. I mean, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. I've played a few clicker games in the past, off and on, visually, and this just seems like a pretty good. Especially, you got Harry Potter fans or Magic fans or whatever. This is a very accessible version of that. So you can kind of get your clicker fix in accessible form, and you've got a Magic School theme to boot. So there's really not a whole lot more else to say. There's a couple areas, like the retiring and restarting thing. I haven't done that yet, but that is a look at Magic Research. It is available on the iOS App Store. You can also get it for PC via Steam, and you can use NVDA with it. I have tested that. But you can get it for whatever platform you wish. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, twitch.tv/illegally-cited, illegally-cited.com, and of course right here on YouTube. Until next time, I will chat with everybody again later.